Reddit looks harmless during the day. But late at night, hidden inside its forums, are posts connected to real murders, missing people, and terrifying crimes. One man asked Reddit how to avoid looking suspicious after his wife vanished. Another user accidentally uncovered what looked like a kidnapped girl hidden in a photo. And one thread became evidence in an actual murder investigation. These stories are real. And the deeper you go, the more disturbing they become. Tonight, we're diving into the 5 most disturbing Reddit threads ever posted. The husband who didn't want to look guilty. In February of 2015, a Reddit user made a post on the subreddit r/legaladvice. At first glance, it looked completely normal.
Need advice on talking to police regarding my wife.
The man explained that his wife had gone shopping several days earlier and never came home. He said he was considering filing a missing persons report. But what disturbed people wasn't the disappearance. It was the way he talked about it. Instead of asking how to find his wife, he kept asking how to avoid looking suspicious. He wrote, "I want to be helpful when speaking to police, but want to avoid triggering any suspicions about me." Almost immediately, people in the comments became uncomfortable. One user replied, "Why are you more worried about yourself than your missing wife?" Another simply wrote, "Dude, call the police." But the deeper the conversation went, the worse it became. The man admitted that his wife had been missing for days, and he still hadn't contacted authorities. Then he explained why. Apparently, he was afraid police might think he had something to do with it. The comments exploded. People started accusing him of murder. Some thought he was trolling. Others believed they were witnessing a killer panic in real time. And then, things got even stranger. After hours of arguing with Reddit users, the man suddenly returned with an update. According to him, he had magically discovered a handwritten note from his wife. The note supposedly explained that she had decided to leave town for a while with an old friend. No warning. No. In 2015, when smartphones already existed, nobody believed him. But then Reddit users discovered something terrifying. Earlier that same day, the man had made another post asking, "Do people usually leave handwritten notes or typed notes?" People immediately realized what it looked like. As if he had been researching the best way to fake the letter. At that point, thousands of users became convinced they were speaking directly to a murderer. Then, without warning, the account disappeared forever. No final update. No explanation. No proof his wife was ever okay. Nothing. To this day, nobody knows who the man really was, or what actually happened to his wife. But he never revealed what investigators found. And shortly after posting the update, his Reddit account disappeared forever. Some people believe the entire story was fake. Others aren't so sure, because certain details in the thread matched real deep web investigations happening around the same time. And honestly, that possibility is much scarier. The story began with a seemingly harmless post on Reddit. The user, whose account has since disappeared, posted in a paranormal discussion forum late one night. The title read, "I think someone is entering my apartment while I sleep." At first glance, it sounded like another paranoid internet story. The OP explained that for several weeks, small things inside his apartment had been moving. Kitchen cabinets left open. Shoes slightly out of place. His bathroom light randomly turned on during the night. At first, he blamed himself. Maybe he was forgetful. Maybe exhausted. Maybe stressed from work. But eventually, the incidents became impossible to ignore. One morning he woke up and discovered every single chair in his kitchen facing toward his bedroom door. Perfectly aligned. As if someone had arranged them deliberately during the night. The image he uploaded unsettled thousands of Reddit users instantly. Because there was something deeply wrong about it. The chairs looked intentional. Careful. Like someone had been standing there, watching him sleep. Over the next few days, the Redditor continued posting updates. And each one became more disturbing than the last. He claimed food was disappearing from his refrigerator. Not large amounts. Just enough to notice. Half-empty bottles. Slices of bread missing. Water glasses moved into different rooms. At one point, he found muddy footprints near his bathroom sink. The problem was, he lived alone. Or at least, he thought he did. People in the comments immediately suggested several possibilities. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Sleepwalking. Mental illness. Paranoia. But the OP insisted something felt wrong. He described constantly feeling watched inside the apartment. Like someone was standing nearby just outside his vision. And according to him, the feeling became strongest late at night. Especially between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. The hours when the apartment felt too quiet. Eventually, users convinced him to install a small camera facing his kitchen. He uploaded the footage the next morning. At first, nothing happened. The kitchen sat empty for hours. Dark. Silent. Still. Then at exactly 3:17 a.m., something moved. The camera slightly shook. Almost as if someone had brushed against it accidentally. And seconds later, a shadow briefly crossed the hallway. The figure moved too quickly to identify. But it was enough. The comments exploded instantly. Some people believed it was proof someone was inside the apartment. Others accused him of faking everything. But then users noticed another detail. Near the edge of the frame, one of the kitchen cabinets slowly drifted open by itself. The OP swore he hadn't edited the footage. And honestly, the movement looked real. Too real. At this point, the story had spread far beyond the original subreddit. Thousands of people were now following the updates. Some users begged him to contact police. Others wanted him to leave the apartment immediately. But instead, the OP made a decision that would turn the situation into internet history. He announced he was going to livestream his apartment overnight. He wanted proof once and for all. According to him, if somebody really was entering his home, the stream would catch them. The live stream began shortly after midnight. The camera faced the apartment living room. A small hallway connected the kitchen to his bedroom door. The lighting was dim. Most viewers expected nothing to happen. And for hours, nothing did. The OP occasionally walked through frame checking doors and windows before finally heading to bed around 2 a.m. The apartment became completely silent. Only the faint hum of electronics could be heard. Meanwhile, thousands of Reddit users watched live, waiting. As the mystery spread online, internet users began investigating the situation themselves. People searched archived versions of the deleted posts. Some attempted to identify the apartment layout from the footage. Others examined the final frames of the stream. And according to several users, there may have been even more disturbing details hidden in the video. One viewer claimed the figure appeared on camera briefly earlier in the stream, standing near the kitchen in total darkness. Another believed someone could be heard whispering seconds before the audio cut out. Nobody could confirm any of it, because the original footage disappeared almost immediately. And over time, the mystery only became more distorted. Some believed the entire thing was an elaborate ARG, an internet horror project designed to go viral. But others pointed out something unsettling. The OP never monetized the story. Never promoted anything. Never returned online. If it was fake, there was no clear reason for abandoning it so suddenly. Over the years, several theories emerged about what really happened that night. Some people believe the Redditor suffered from severe paranoia or hallucinations. Others think he staged the entire event using a friend. But the darkest theory is that someone truly had been living inside or near the apartment, watching him for weeks, learning his schedule, waiting for the perfect moment to enter. And if that's true, The live stream may have accidentally captured a real intruder. One final detail makes the story even creepier. Shortly before the live stream ended, one user in the chat reportedly typed, "There's someone standing behind the couch." The message appeared only seconds before the feed cut to black. Nobody knows whether it was a joke, or whether someone in the audience noticed the intruder before anyone else did. Most internet horror stories fade away after a few days. People move on. Accounts disappear. And eventually, the mystery gets forgotten. But this story stayed with people. Because unlike most creepy posts online, this one felt possible. Too possible. The fear of hearing footsteps in your home late at night. The feeling of being watched. The realization that someone may already be inside your apartment. Those fears are real. And maybe that's why this story still unsettles people years later. Because somewhere out there, there's a chance the live stream wasn't fake. And if that's true, then thousands of people may have unknowingly watched a real crime happen live. Screen slowly fades to black. Narrator whisper. And the person behind the camera was never heard from again.